We are continuing with our coverage from the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, and joining me now is a speaker here at the show and the editor of silverinvestor.com, David Morgan. David, so nice for you to join me again.
Good to be with you.
Right, David, we were having a really interesting conversation before regarding your thoughts on gold, and I mentioned to you that some people I had spoken to expected a rally at the end of the month for the metal. What are your thoughts?
Well, there's a seasonality of gold and silver that's very strong, and it's the first month of every new year, the first 3 months, first quarter of every year, first 3 months, you get a strong up move in the metals. That's historically true like 80% of the time. I think you'll see somewhat that kind of a bias, you might say. However, I don't think it's going to take the metal up to anything near the nominal high of 1900. I think at the 1650 level that we're at now, maybe see 1750, maybe $100, $120 rally at the most is what I'm looking for. So yes, some emphasis to the upside, and I think the Johnny-come-lately bulls will get all excited that here we go, only to be disappointed later. I'm really looking for a broad trading range throughout the first 6 months of this year.
Right, you said we might only hit that 1900 mark in September. Why that time frame, David?
Because of overhead supply, normally in any market, once a market makes a new high and it comes off of that new high, there's what's called overhead resistance. So it takes time to work off the people that bought gold at 1750, 1850, 1900. Although there weren't a lot of trades at 1900, there were several above the level we're at now. So people that are disappointed will say, you know what, I'm really not buying the gold story. Things are working out in the Eurozone. America looks better, the recovery's here, whatever their thought process. And they say, you know, gold's back to 1800, finally. I bought it at 1800, I'm selling. So that puts downward pressure on the market until those weak sisters or weak hands, as we call them, are worked off the market. Once all those people are gone, then we set the groundwork for another new high. Again, I think it'll take 6 months. It's a guess, it's an educated guess, it's experience, it's whatever you want to call it. My crystal ball, I don't care. That's what I think it'll take.
Now, David, let's talk about silver, your expertise. What are you feeling for this metal?
Same exact scenario as far as a lot of overhead resistance. I mean, there were a lot of people that are buying at 35, even up to 40. I know some people that bought it up in the 45 zone. So again, there's a lot of overhead resistance, much more than there is in the gold market. So I think it's going to take probably into the September timeframe to work through into the like 40, 45 level. Once we break through the 48 level, hopefully the next time, I think we're up and away, because at that point, there's nothing more bullish than a new high. So once a new high takes place, I think you see it go from like 50 to 60 within a matter of 6 weeks or so. So that's kind of what I'm looking for this year, but it may take a year to get there. We might not see that until like say December or November of this year, 2012.
Right, so $50, $60 silver during this year of the dragon.
Year of the dragon, that's right. Again, I want to be very clear that it's probably going to take the whole year to get there, but I see it getting there, yes.
Okay. So would this be a good buying time right now then?
It's always a good buy when the markets are quiet and no one wants it and they're discouraged and they're begruntled and they think, I wish I didn't buy it at 35 or I wish I had bought it at 40.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to be very consistent with you. I've told all of my members, buy it anytime it's under 30. That has been a very good call so far. I believe I'm correct on that. It hasn't had a lot of days under $30 level. We're back to 32 already. Sprott Physical Trust just bought about 9 million ounces, and that brought the price up about $2 last week. So silver's a small market. Any new buying of any relative significance is going to take this market higher.
All right, David, you're a speaker here at the show. What were some other words that you brought for investors here?
Well, I told people that we're far from over in this bull market, but don't expect it again for this year to be the year. I think there's some extremely great opportunities in the resource sector, especially on the mining stock side, and to just be patient.
David, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure, thank you.
And thank you for watching Kitco News. Stay tuned to Kitco.com for more coverage from the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference.